I think you also aspire to make a podcast. Why don't you try Anchor? It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor you will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple and other many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum internship. So download Anchor or visit anchor.fm. Episode 35 WTF Wednesday 7 Immortals of Indian Culture. I know constantly taking knowledge gets us bored, so keep listening for something unusual and knowledgeable. Hello everyone, your host Bramha here on the show I Got This Today, where on every Wednesday I tell you some interesting stories or facts. This episode is the third episode of our series 7 Immortals of Indian Culture. In this series, I tell you about personalities who are considered immortal in Indian culture. I recommend you to first listen to the episode 23 and 29, which is first and second episode of the series, in which I have told you stories of two immortals in each one. Ashwatthama and Kripacharya, Hanuman and Vibhishan are already discussed, and the remaining three immortals will be completed today. But as before completing every list, there are some honorable mention. Our list has one too, and the honorable mention is Rishimar. Rishimar's story of immortality is very interesting and inspiring though. Rishimar's parents were not able to have any child. So they meditated and called Lord Shiva to help. Lord Shiva, impressed with their sadhanas, appeared and asked them to ask a boon. They asked for a child from Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva said, I can give you a child, but you have two options. Do you want a child who is dumb and will be very long lived, or a child who is very intelligent but only live for 16 years? After thinking, Rishimarkanda's parent replied, we want an intelligent and a short-lived child. Shiva granted the boon and went. Rishimarkanda's parents were happy to have a child, but they always had the fear of his death. Rishimarkanda grew up, but he didn't know about his death at a young age. When he was 16, one day he saw his parent crying. After asking for the reason of their sorrow, he got to know about the death he is gonna face. Rishimarkanda calmed down his parents and went out. He sat beneath a tree and started meditating. He chanted the Shiva mantra and called Lord Shiva for help. When God of Death Yamraj came to take the body or soul of Rishimarkanda, Lord Shiva appeared to save him. As Rishimarkanda asked Lord Shiva to save him with the mantra. And after saving Rishimarkanda from Yamraj, Lord Shiva granted Rishimarkanda the boon of immortality. This story explains value of Lord Shiva and his love towards his devotees. So this was the honorable mention. You may ask, but why this is a honorable mention and not a main? This is because at many places there are only 7 immortals mentioned, but at many places there are 8. So I was a bit confused and I thought I will put one honorable mention and 7 immortals. So now let's start with our 3 main mentions, which are King Mahabali, Parshurama and Ved Vyasa. Now let's look at their stories. So first about Ved Vyasa. Like others, Vedvyasa has not received any of the boon of immortality, but he is immortal because of his yogic siddhis. Vedvyasa mastered every yoga aspect, which help him to live long. And for us, immortal means one who lives very long till the end of Kali Yuga, and Vedvyasa is believed to live till the end of Kali Yuga. So there is no specific story that why Vedvyasa is immortal, but there are many different stories of Vedvyasas too, which I will cover in one of the later episode. But for now, let's move to other two. The second immortal of today is King Mahabali. In Indian literature or mythology, there were always mentions of Asuras and Devtas. One of the Asuras King Mahabali. Now, as I say Asura, you are imagining a bad figure, right? But no, King Mahabali was very generous and he was in fact known for his donations. King Mahabali was very strong. He has the Amrit, which is the syrup which can heal any wound and can give immortality in his belly button. But that's not the reason that why he is immortal. King Mahabali was very strong. So he fought many wars and won the whole earth, and he also captured Swarg, where Devtas used to live. He also had captured Patala, where Asuras used to live. Devtas were very sad because of this. Devtas had lost their own kingdom. So, taking this request of defeating King Mahabali, they went to Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu told them that he will defeat King Mahabali by taking the Vamana avatar. So, as Lord Vishnu said, he took Vamana avatar one day and went to King Mahabali's court. King Mahabali was giving everyone the donation as always. Vamana asked for the donation. King Mahabali told that he can ask for anything. Vamana on this asked only for land, which he will cover in next 3 steps. As Vamana was actually the avatar of a very short boy, King Mahabali thought how much land will be covered with this small feet of the short boy. So he agreed. Vamana started to grow up and expand very large. In the first step itself, Vamana covered entire earth. In the second, he covered the entire sky. Vamana asked after the 2 steps, where should I keep the 3 steps? There was no place left that King Mahabali owned that was not covered in the 2 steps. So King Mahabali, to fulfill his promise at last, asked Vamana to put the 3rd step on him. As soon as Vamana did this, King Mahabali was thrown into the Patala or the hell. Lord Vishnu after this granted him the boon of immortality. So it is believed that King Mahabali still survives in the Patala. You may have heard the special festival of South Indian culture, which is Onam. It is celebrated as the day when the King Mahabali returns from the Patala to the earth once in a year. So that's the story of King Mahabali's immortality. The last and the final mention of the series is Parshurama. Parshurama is also an incarnation of Vishnu. Parshuram is believed to be the greatest warrior on the earth. He had destroyed the 21 generation of bad ruling kings imagining 21 times completely ruining one generation every time. And that was not a small amount of king, but almost all the king on the earth. That also single-handedly. If I talk about Parshurama, he has a very great story behind him. But when it comes to his immortality, there is no such a boon, but he has a purpose to live. It is believed that at the end of Kali Yuga, Kali avatar of Lord Vishnu will appear on the earth to destroy all the bad things. And Parshurama is living to guide Kali avatar of Lord Vishnu. So he has a very great purpose to live. So now I have completed all the 7 immortals and also the honorable mention of the series. So now let me know which stories and facts would you like to hear on the next WTF Wednesday. For now, I will take your leave and see you soon. But you don't forget to go to the description and check the link there. You can contact us from there and also access us everywhere from that single link. Also check the books given in the description which will help you in self-realization, growth, and there are biography books too. They are the cheapest price the books will be available in, so check it right now. Also don't forget to follow us and share this episode with everyone. As I said, I will see you soon. Till then, enjoy your day. Disclaimer: this podcast is based on my views and opinions. I don't mean to hurt anyone's sentiment or disrespect any group or individual.